We are established since 2020. We are a child of coronavirus in a good sense, of course. And we offer courses, Swedish language courses from A1 to C1 levels. And we also have lots of medical healthcare students. And that's why we are here today. And yeah, medical Swedish is also one of these courses that we offer. And our certificates are, by the way, recognized by Socialstyrelsen and is approved from many municipal institutions. And we also have Conversation Club. That's how you found us. That's the way you came here. It is free of charge, by the way, and we have sessions twice a week, today, for example, and on Saturday. And I can make a bold statement and claiming that we are actually biggest Swedish language community online. We have around 6,000 members, but yeah, not all of them are active, but I can say that at least on the paper, we are the biggest one. And you are, of course, very welcome to join us. And otherwise, my name is Robert Melvitz, and my email is robert@onlineswedish.net. Of course, org works too, but I used net1. We have here with us, let's see, the representative, our honorable student, Dr. Rami, and he is today, yeah, among being a doctor, he's also in established a course which is helping doctors with Kunskapsprov. Most probably you know what it is. Otherwise, yeah, Dr. Rami is here. He will also speak.
So hi again, my name is Rami. I'm an ex-student of Robert courses. I joined. I started. To be honest with you, like many of the doctors planning to come to Sweden, there is a lot of misinformation online. There's a lot of brist of information as well, lack of knowledge online, a lot of different resources. Which exam should I take? Which pathway should I take? And it starts as soon as the language difficulties, I believe. And so myself, I have taken part in the online courses offered first by Folkuniversitet, and thereafter I took part in the Linköping University's courses. And I'm not here to claim that these courses are not good, not at all. I had great teachers there. My only problem with those courses is that they were taking a lot of time. They were slow. The pace was really not as routine and as fast as I wished. They did not offer language cafes every week, and the number of the class size was very big, and so we rarely had like one-on-one interaction and dedicated feedback. Then I started Robert's courses, and in the beginning, I did not know that they were approved by Socialstyrelsen. The only point there was that I would like to learn the language at a faster pace. And then from colleagues during the course, I learned that they were approved the moment you finish the C1 and you do the assessment. You get a certificate from Swedish Online, and this certificate is well approved by Socialstyrelsen. There was no konstigheter there, no questions asked. I was surprised by that, because at least on the Socialstyrelsen's website, they usually say you need a thesis or you need a C1 certificate. They do not clarify that there are several sources for it. It made my journey shorter, and it made my language more riktat. I do believe that there is a lot of language learning that I still have to do, but at least I have enough what do they call medical Swedish knowledge, which can help me start my career in a more confident way. And the learning does not stop. Okay, you will never learn. There is no course in the world that will allow you to learn Swedish within a year or within 1.5 years. These courses will help you gain enough knowledge to start your career in Sweden, I would say, and then the learning continues as you go on. Shortly afterwards, I wrote the exams. No problems there, partly because I have already passed a lot of. I'm a well-traveled. I don't want to talk a lot about my background, but I've written a lot of international exams, and I found the Swedish board exam, or the Swedish equivalency exam, the Kunskapsprovet, is slightly on the more challenging part, even in comparison to other exams, whether we're talking about the USMLE in the US, or the PLABs in the UK, or the MCCQ E1 in Canada. The Kunskapsprov in Sweden is a bit more challenging, mainly because it contains a combined preclinical and a clinical test in one setting, which is not seen elsewhere. And of course, a research component, a forskning component, samtidigt. And therefore, I started, I would confess, I was a little inspired by Robert's journey, and I started my own course. Maybe stole the name there a little bit from Swedish Online to Kunskap Online, but it's basically the same idea. High intensive courses, giving you the medical information to the point, no time wasted, daily courses, and the preclinical part is 3 weeks. The clinical part is depending on how many breaks we take, but usually 5 to 5.5 weeks. And then a psychiatry day, as we call it, a psychiatry marathon. And finally, we offer mock tests, which are completely new questions, never seen before, not offered by anyone else, by the way, which can measure whether you are ready to take the exam or not. Because the problem with the Kunskapsprov is that you have a limited amount of trials. You only have 5 times for the theory proof and 3 times for the practical proof. And so a lot of students who learn about us a bit late, who have already taken the Kunskapsprov 2 or 3 times, they don't want to waste another trial. And the mock test here helps a lot in predicting whether you are ready to take the exam or not. I don't want to take a lot from the floor. I was just here to tell you about my experience. I wish you the best of luck. And I will write my contact information in the chat. So in case any of you, deltagare or icke-deltagare, they have questions, please go ahead and ask them. You can also ask them on the Facebook group. And my only note is, please don't post your questions anonymously. Share your names. There is no shame in asking, in sharing this, in sharing the knowledge with each other. And good luck in your journey.
Yes, Jana, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate, first of all, your initiative. That's a very big project. And we also appreciate a lot that you took the time to come and share with us about this lovely project. Varsågod, varsågod.
Tack så mycket. Hello everyone, nice to see you. So I am Janna and I work in Region Dalarna in the middle of Sweden. Maybe you recognize the classic Dala häst, the Dala horse. I am the project manager for Med3Comp, eller Med3Comp. And this is a project that is founded by the EU, and it targets specialist trained doctors educated outside the EU. And actually some of our participants are right now going on Dr. Rami's course. So we are participating with each other. It's very good. And the main goal with this project is for you, or for the participants, to get the Swedish license, so you can work as a Swedish doctor in Sweden. And I think that most of you know about the validation process and what you have to do to receive the Swedish license. First of all, you have to get your medical degree validated by Socialstyrelsen. And then, as you have heard already, you have to pass both the theoretical and the practical knowledge exam. And when you have done that, you are warmly welcome to join our project. Because when you have done those tests, you have the clinical internship or Praktisk tjänstgöring. And that is basically the last part of the validation process when you are working in a clinic and you have to prove that you can do all the things that you have to be able to do when you're a doctor. And you also have a mentor helping you during that time. And the clinical internship is for 6 months. So the project is working in that way that we are basically saying, if you have okay Swedish, you have to be on B2 level, I think. You have to be able to talk a little bit Swedish. And if you have passed the 2 exams, you're welcome to apply for the project. And when you're applying, you will have an interview with me, and I will tell you this information that you are getting already. And then I will present you to our language teacher, because in the project we have a Swedish teacher that teaches in Swedish online and also in the classroom if you're like living in Falun or if you live nearby our office. And then you can also get in contact with my colleague Rula. And her job is basically to make your journey easier when it comes to Arbetstillstånd, all the paperwork when you move to another country. And she will also help with schools. If you have children and you want to get support in finding a good school, she helps you. And also when it comes to find a place to live, she also helps to support you in all those practical things. So if you attend the project when you have passed your knowledge exams, you will get Swedish lessons and practical support. And if you have a partner, that partner will also get Swedish lessons and also get support to get a job in Dalarna in Sweden. Because we really need doctors, and we also need other people who are not doctors. So the goal is to keep the competence in Dalarna. And if you want to stay in a place, it's important that you are feeling good with yourself, but also that your partner and your children are enjoying life. So that is why we are supporting the entire family in the process. But for you, the most important part, of course, is the Praktisk tjänstgöring. And at the moment, we have 2 Vårdcentraler. I don't know all the English words. As you can hear, my English is very like Swinglish-y. But we have 2 Vårdcentraler who are working with who wants to help, who wants to have doctors making Praktisk tjänstgöring. And those Vårdcentraler is in Mora, small city in north of Dalarna, and Vansbro, an even smaller city in western Dalarna. And we are very happy that we have Vårdcentraler, that they want to collect doctors. So if you attend the project and you go out on your Praktisk tjänstgöring, you will have colleagues in the same situation. And the mentorship that you will get from a doctor who's already working in the clinic will be very much involved in your, in your education, in the workspace, not only with clinical parts that you are about to show, but also when it comes to like cultural differences. How do we work in Sweden? How do we participate with nurses and other people that you are working together with? And in the project, we also make sure that all the project members can meet and greet. So we arrange activities. So if you come to Dalarna and are part of the project, you and your partner and your children will have activities together. So you don't have the feeling that you come to another country, to another workspace, and no one cares. Because so it can be like that sometimes. But in this project, we really want to make sure that you all from the beginning have a network, and then you can feel, safe and taken care of, because it's a huge step to come to another country. So we want to be with you, like from the very beginning when you come here, even before you come here, till the end of your Praktisk tjänstgöring. And what's important to know is that the project, like me, I am not the one who decide who can do Praktisk tjänstgöring. It's always the manager at the clinic who will have also an interview with you, like an ordinary job interview. And it's the manager who decides who to offer anställning, who to offer Praktisk tjänstgöring. And then after the Praktisk tjänstgöring, we really hope that you would like to stay in the Region Dalarna, maybe not in the exact workplace that you are, but still in the region, so we can keep the competence. Because our main goal in this project is we want to have 36, it's many. We will see if we'll get there, but the main goal is to get 36 new Swedish doctors within this project time. And the project runs until 2028. So we still have time. And at the moment, we have 40 participants in the project, and 3 will start their Praktisk tjänstgöring after the summer. And the project we started just 6 months ago, so it has been a lot of work to get the process going and to find the clinics and all. But we have 40 people very interested in the project. Not all 40 has done the tests. In the beginning, we had also people who has not done any tests, and because we needed doctors basically. So we hope that within a year or so, more people have passed the exams and they can go to Praktisk tjänstgöring. But at the moment, we have 3 that we will hire actually this week, who will start the Praktisk tjänstgöring after the summer. And our most important way to get in contact with our target group is actually to have communication with Socialstyrelsen. We have asked for a list with names. We want a list over the people who has passed the theoretical and the practical part of the test. And then we send a letter, old-fashioned letter, to the mailbox to those people. And after that, we received a couple of doctors who said, I passed the test, I want to be part of the project. I live in Sweden, or I don't live in Sweden, and I can see myself work in Dalarna in the future as well. Because of course, no one can promise that if you move to Dalarna, I will stay here for the rest of my life. No one can make that promise. But if a person says, oh, I want to do Praktisk tjänstgöring in Dalarna, and then I want to move to Uppsala, to the university hospitals, then it can be the case that we say, oh, okay, but we will have to focus on this person instead, who wants to live in Dalarna, in the future as well, as far as that person knows. Yeah. So that was a little bit of our project.
Can I say just in summary, because I'm also new to this. It's not very well known, and I have many colleagues in a similar situation. But so in general, the project is trying to target those about to be legitimized doctors who are interested in moving and staying in the UN Dalarna in the future.
Yeah.
And you're helping them in all aspects of the move, from the visa issues, from the cultural aspect, and you also provide support when it comes to contacts with other arbetsgivare and employers and so on and so forth.
Yes, exactly. And if you are a part of the project, like as I said, we at the moment we have 40 doctors who wants to be a part of the project. Not all of these doctors will be, legitimized during this project time. But so if you feel now, but oh, I'm too far away, I haven't done the test yet, then I don't think that is a problem, because Region Dalarna, we are doing this project to get better, to, so we can take care of your competence. So if you have done your tests, let's say in 3 years, I hope that Dalarna will be best in Sweden to take care of your competence. And like, oh, we know how to do this now because we have done it in Med3Comp. So even though the project is for 3 years in total, the work will continue afterwards as well. I hope so. Otherwise, I don't have a job after 3 years. So that's my wish, of course. Other questions?
Yes, I have a question. Do you need to do any tests or parts of the Kunskapsprov before you start with Med3Comp, or is that not a requirement?
Well, the requirement is that you must have passed the theoretical test and the practical test.
Okay.
Yes, because when we started the project, that was like because we get money from the EU and they are quite they are strict. Oh, this is your target group. This is the ones that you have to work with. And we said, okay, no one is showing up. There are not so many people coming to our project. So we changed a little bit and said, okay, you don't have to, you have to be a medical doctor educated outside EU, and you have to have the intention to move to Sweden and to do all, the entire process. And then we had a lot of people applying to the project. And now we are handling so many that we have to go back to the first idea that you must have passed both tests, so you're ready to do your Praktisk tjänstgöring.
Okay, so now you're following the first rules.
Yes, you need to have... exactly. Okay. Yeah. But if you are doing your process within this time, we will support you when you have done your tests.
So I know the history that you have been in contact with a person with active chickenpox since 3 days ago.
Oh, is it someone with the microphone on, maybe? Or
yes, and we had a clinical issue there, I think.
Okay.
No worries.
I don't have the chickenpox
well,
anyway.
Well, we have doctors here. What do you guys expect? And guys, regarding, we already appreciate your questions that you write, but can you please rather ask them, because it will be a bit hard to go through the chat. So if somebody has a question, please go ahead and ask. That will be a better than just to write it. And I see so far Akanksha had a question there, and then Mohammed, please.
Sorry for the disturbance. I'm a bit outside. Yana, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, so like continuing Ahmed's question. So even if we are doctors who studied in EU, so we don't really need the Kunskapsprov, but to join your project, we need to give the test.
If you have your exam within EU, is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
within EU, then you are not then you are not about to attend our project, because then you don't have to do the Kunskapsprov.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I right,
Yeah.
Rami? You don't have to do it then. And
Yeah.
and we are only, that is also again EU with the strict rules, that this project is only focusing on people who are educated outside of EU.
All right.
Because it's much more difficult for them to come into the Swedish medical system. So that's why we needed a project to support all of those people. Yes.
All right. Yeah, I understand now. Thank you.
And our beloved Dr. Muhammad, please. Great to see you.
Hello everyone. Hello Robert. Special. So I think I missed the first part of Yana. Therefore, I now get the answer. It's just for the doctor outside of EU. But my questions in general, so maybe for me, for other doctors too, how it's about the opportunity of the work after the practice tjänstgöring, for example, about the residency they will get, for example, good position in the residency. It's easier to get, for example, in surgery if they want, or subspecialty, so residency in these programs, or how's in general the opportunity of residency program in Dalarna, and the salary, life, so work balance.
I think I got your question right. If I didn't, you have to stop me. When you have finished your practice tjänstgöring, there are no guarantees that you will, continue to work at the same place. But if you're doing a good job and if you get your Swedish license, then of course your opportunities are huge to get a job. But the thing is, when you attend, when you get your Arbetstillstånd from Migrationsverket, when you are doing your practice tjänstgöring, it is for 6 months, and then it stops, and then you have to apply for a new kind of tillstånd from Migrationsverket, because then you are hopefully a doctor and you don't have to have this special tillstånd. When you have your Swedish medical license, you are like any other doctor in Sweden, and then you have to apply for another kind of tillstånd, and then you can apply for jobs in the Region Dalarna like everyone else. But the thing is, in Region Dalarna, it's quite small. We have very good contact with all the clinics. So if you attend the project and if you do your practice tjänstgöring, it will not be a problem to, I can lift my phone and talk to a manager in a clinic. And if you haven't done your ST yet, maybe you are about to choose what specialist I want to be, then you can, be smart and ask where is the biggest opportunities for me, like you said, and then you can just do ST in that specialty. And if you're asking about work balance, I mean, seriously, Dalarna is the place to be. I can tell you, it's differences even within Sweden. It's great. In Mora, for instance, the small city that will, welcome doctors from outside the EU, she told me, the manager there, she told me, basically no one is working full time. Almost everyone is working 70, 80%. They want to hang out with their families. So this is really the case.
Doctor Paradise. That's a doctor paradise.
Yes, it is Doctor Paradise. My husband is a doctor, and he's living the dream, working part-time. So work-life balance, it's night and day compared to many other countries, really.
Okay, but sorry, thank you for your answer. But they still need to do BT, yeah? After the practice, sorry.
Yes.
And how many position you offer? How many position you offer in Dalarna for BT?
I don't think BT will be a problem. If you need BT, you will get your BT. In Vansbro, the other small city in Western Dalarna, she said, "Oh, if we receive all these doctors, we need to arrange BT." We fix that. They're very creative minded, and we need you. We have what you say, hyrläkare. When you I don't know the word. when you rent doctors for extremely much money, we have a lot of those in Dalarna, and we cannot afford it. We need our own doctors. So, you know, creating space for BT BT doctors will be just a very good investment for Region Dalarna. So that will not be a problem.
But I mean, in other region, they have the problem that they don't have enough mentor. For example, in Holland, they have just 2 positions for BT. In Skåne, they have 20, but each year, so 6 months they have offered this, and they have 100, 120 applicants for the 25 positions. So, I mean, how Dalarna they manage this all thing that will be suitable with the rules of Socialstyrelsen, and same time that they will have place for this all other people, because I mean you will lose them if they will get BT in another region. So you need to fix it to think about this too, that they will stay in Dalarna, they need to find BT, and then they will continue. It's a very important point to keep them in Dalarna.
That is a very good point, and I will definitely take that with me. All I've heard is like we can solve it, but the thing. So thank you very much for your input. I will really dig into that, because, as you say, it's really important.
Because you bring them to please.
Yeah, we want you to stay, and but the thing is, right now with Region Dalarna is that the region they put quite a lot of money in not only this project but also in how do you say?
You can say it in English and Swedish, and we can
translate. Ja, men vad bra, tack. Regionen har beslutat att satsa mycket pengar på kompetensförsörjning de närmaste åren. Och då är det inte bara i vårt projekt, utan då är det också saker som händer efter projektet. Och då är ju till exempel att satsa pengar på BT, handledare, är ju en del i att kunna finansiera de grejerna. För i projektet just nu, does anyone want to translate? Or is it necessary?
You say they invest money in this BT project to find a mentor for position. So they are working on this because they don't want to hire this locum doctors who cost a lot of money. So instead of this, they realize this problem and they get up. So they need to fix it to find their own doctor and do not hire.
Yes.
But and
it's a very new decision that they said. It was only in April they said, oh, we need to take this bag of money and put it here so we can take care of all the doctors. In Med3Comp, but also afterwards. So I think the BT question will be the BT, financial problems is in that bag of money.
Yeah,
that
but
we finally have.
Maybe you can measure these abilities of the BT in the AT position. For example, how many AT positions there is in Dalarna region? Because they have almost same rules. They need mentor, they need places. So, for example, if they offer in Dalarna, I don't know, 20 at AT pro semester, so I don't know how will they afford the BT, because you need the clinic, places, mentors.
And it's the same mentors that were teaching the AT will just change to teaching the BT in a few years.
Yeah, so, but you need these years. You need these years, and
I agree with you.
You have now both AT and BT.
I have not a lot knowledge about AT. My knowledge is like to Praktisk tjänstgöring, and then the project is only for me Praktisk tjänstgöring. But I will definitely dig into it, and I will take your questions with me, and then I can get back to Robert, so you can all get the answer, because it's like you say, it's really important. So we can continue.
You are making the hardest part with them, bringing them to Sweden, make the Kunskapsprov it, make the Praktisk tjänstgöring, and then we need BT, no BT, okay, we'll move out.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
And then we have, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have also a few other questions. Behnush, please go ahead. And then Hajar, then Ahmad, then Mimansa, please.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your good explanation. For me as a pharmacist, is there any opportunity in your project?
No, unfortunately, it's only for doctors, but you should definitely get in contact with Kronans Apotek.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you got that? Kronans Apotek? Because they they have a similar project, and I was in contact with them a couple of weeks ago. So they are working. They're like working really hard with taking care of pharmacists.
That's something new we
thanks
know.
a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, very useful, very useful. Yeah, let's see. Hajar, please.
Thank you very much for all the informations that you have given us. My question is regarding the non-European graduates, doctors who are like currently living in their own country. Should they like contact the region Dalarna projects before moving to Sweden, or after passing the exam and moving to Sweden?
It depends. Right now we have a woman from Turkey. She just passed the practical test. She lives in Turkey with her family, and now she will start practice tjänstgöring. So she will move to Sweden in October. And then we have a lot of participants who are already living in Sweden. Maybe they have been here for a couple of years learning Swedish. And then finally, like, I'm ready to study to the test, making the tests, and then they, can just move to Dalarna. They don't have to change countries. So it depends.
So basically, the test is different from region to region.
No, the test is the same. The test is the same. And if you are living in Turkey, you will have to come to Sweden twice, at least, to make your test.
Yes.
So that is also can be an issue for a person who lives in like Nicaragua. It's expensive to come here to make the test, and maybe you don't, pass it. So it's a bit tricky. But the test is the same for everyone. But they change it, of course, every occasion.
Okay. And regarding the visa applications, do you use the test? Do we use like the test for the visa application? Like I want to go to Sweden to pass the test.
I don't know. Good question. I don't know how that works. Rami, do you know? How did you do?
Yeah, my colleagues have been doing that. So you need to show the evidence that you've got your education godkänt först, approved first. The first step, and then you show that you have a booked date for the exam, and then you print the email that you are invited in this period to take the exam, and then you should get the visa. That's what everyone is doing at the moment.
Okay, and this has been working so far.
Sorry.
And it has been working so far.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's see, Dr. Ahmad, good.
Yeah, thank you for the seminar. I have a few questions that because you're targeting specialists in their own country, I wanted to ask, are you offering them compensation for leaving this, for participating in the practice tjänstgöring? Or
no,
is this not a paid
well, you get salary,
position?
of course. You get
So
salary.
how much is the salary? Because they're specialists.
Yes, when you're doing your practice tjänstgöring, you are not a specialist in Sweden. That's the thing. I know you're in your home country, but not yet in Sweden. So the salary is 35,000 crowns per month. So you're hired for 6 months during this practical training. And then if you get your license, and then you also, then you get a higher raise if you continue to work in Sweden. And when you have done your like validation that you're also specialist, and that is also like maybe 1 year or 2 years, it depends. It can also be combination BTST, that is a bit new. And then you get your specialized salary, but you will not get it from the beginning.
And these specialists, to do this equivalency, do they have to work for a few years, or it just depends per person?
I think it
The
depends.
specialist competence.
Yeah, it depends. It can be like 1, 2, 3 years. It depends. But as I said, I think it's a bit individual, but you will have to do some kind of process to show that you are a specialist as well.
Okay. And for the support you are offering, you said you offer the bostad, so the housing, and support for the family at the same time. Are they
Yes.
also paying for this bostad, or so you offer it for free for them?
No, we are not paying for it. We are helping you. We are helping the participants to find a place to live. It can be difficult to like, where should I begin? But so we help you to find an apartment, but then you are paying for your own living and your own life, so to speak.
And you offer support for the children at least, or they're expected to pay from their own salary also for that?
Well, it's free, of course, to go to school in Sweden. So for the children, we help you to find a school nearby where you live, so you can get the work-life balance. And so if you come with your family, we make sure that you have a place to stay, even though you have to pay for it yourself. And then we make sure that the children go to a school that feels good for you and your family. And that is free for everyone.
I see.
And then the language course and everything that comes within the project, that is free. So if you have a partner, that one will attend the Swedish language course for free, for instance. And like the activities that we arrange are also for free.
Okay. And this tillstånd that you offer, so the work permit, is it also limited in the same way that a normal work permit is limited?
Yes, it's limited for the time that you are doing your Praktisk tjänstgöring. But
yeah, but when, for example, a normal tillstånd allows you to only work for 2 years in the same with the same employer.
I don't know about these questions when it comes to Arbetstillstånd. I know how what they have been doing earlier. That you switch tillstånd. When you have a Swedish license, you switch so you can work in another way. But I don't know for how long they last, or that I don't know. Maybe, do you know, Rami, how that works? The rules.
I don't think I quite got the question. So can you verify? Like, I mean, so the Arbetstillstånd is something separate. It's not decided by the Socialstyrelsen or Region Dalarna. They will help you in the process, but the same rules apply. So if you want an Arbetstillstånd for a Praktisk tjänst, it will also be limited for the 6 months of the Praktisk tjänst, and then as soon as you 1 month before, you should be looking for your next BT or ST tjänst, and then getting a förlängning of this Arbetstillstånd for your next employment. So as far as I know from
that answered it. Thank you.
And of course, when you are in the process of doing your Praktisk tjänstgöring, we support you to find a BT. It's not like, oh, now you're in Praktisk tjänstgöring, bye-bye. We are supporting you because, as I said, we want to keep you. So we will do our very best to find a place for you and support you during that process as well, to stay in Dalarna.
Thank you very much. Dr. Mimatsa, please.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Anna. So my question was that you said that you're targeting by 2028 to have around 36 people in your project. And at the moment you have 3 people who are qualifying for those 36, right? What happens to the rest? What happens to the rest of the 33 spots? And so basically they're like hospitals and Vårdcentral that are giving an opportunity, like one spot means that one of these places are offering a spot, right? So what happens in the meantime when you don't have qualifying people from non-EU countries? What happens to these 33, let's say, spots in the meantime?
The thing is that the project, when we were applying for the project, that was our goal. 36 doctors, like someone just wrote it down, 36. And we don't have like spots, but our goal is to have 36 doctors in Region Dalarna. At the moment, we have, as I said, Vansbro and Mora, and they will be able to receive maybe 5 doctors each every 6 months. So it will be like people will come in and people will come out. So it will be a bit flowy. And but I also hope, of course, that more clinics will open up when they see, this is my hope, when they see how Mora is working and how Vansbro is working, that your doctors are like having a good time and it works perfect. Of course, the clinics will be inspired and see like, oh, if they can do it, we can do it. And then we have even more, possibilities to receive. And the thing is, the clinics, they are not themselves paying for the salary. It's from another budget in the region. So right now it's free for clinics to hire doctors for Praktisk tjänstgöring, and that makes it very attractive as well. And as I said, after this project, let's say, we get the 36 doctors, yay! We are not done by that. This work will have to continue, because in Dalarna it's like young people and a mountain of old people, and they will, they're old, they will retire soon, so we will have to continue with this work. So it's more than 36 spots if you look a couple of years ahead.
Right. I have a follow-up question to that. What would you suggest for European graduates to do, like, as in, for example, I'm a European graduate, I'm a non-EU citizen, and I need, I would probably need some experience before I apply for a BT in, let's say, in Region Dalarna. So what would you suggest for a person like me to do? Like, I should just apply to, let's say, Mora or these Vårdcentral and ask for a spot? Like, that would be a good starting point, or what would be your suggestion? Because I think it's outside this, the scopes of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the Praktisk tjänstgöring. Good for you.
Yeah.
I think that, first of all, Swedish. I don't know your Swedish level, but that is like the most important part to get your Swedish in place. And then I would recommend you to get in contact with the smaller vårdcentraler, like in Avesta, Hedemora, these small places, because they are basically not having their own doctors. They are only renting doctors. So if you get to Falun, the big hospital in Falun, that your chances are smaller, I think. So if you, so that is my tip to you, my advice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Can I hop in and give you one more tip, Mimansa? There are 2 types of BT. There's a fristående BT, so you get a contract for a specific number of months to do your BT, your bastjänstgöring, or there is also a BT integrated ST, which is part of the specialty. So from within your ST, they must offer you BT. And so as an EU graduate, because you don't have to do a Praktisk tjänstgöring, just as Jana said, after the Swedish and after some contact with the local vårdcentrals, maybe an observership, some auskultation or internship, or even a vikarierat jobb som underläkare. Afterwards, my advice is it would be slightly difficult to immediately be taken into a fristående BT or into an integrated BT-ST-tjänst. but there are other places that offer a vikarierad tjänst, so a temporary anställning as a legitimerad läkare. And then within your inställning, ask always for a handledare. And this is very important, because if you have a handledare, those months or years that you work as a vikarierat läkare, say within pediatrics, som barnläkare, will count afterwards to your ST. They can count up to a year from your ST. So always ask for a handledare regardless where you are. So in case you continue with the same specialty, whether allmän medicine or whatever, it will count. So this is not like a time wasted working partially, but it counts into your specialistutbildning.
Oh, wow,
Good
that's
advice.
very helpful. Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Erinda, please.
Hello. I wasn't here from the beginning, so I haven't heard everything. And I have a question. I am from a non-EU country. I have studied general medicine in EU, and then I turned back in my hometown and studied general surgery. My specialization is outside EU, and I want to know if can I be part of the project?
What does Socialstyrelsen say about your education? Is it within or outside of EU? I think they will have to make that statement.
Okay, I have already had the recognition of qualification from the general medicine, which is in EU, and in EU, and then my specialization as general surgery is outside EU, which is
yeah. Tricky. I have no idea. I think that you should turn to Socialstyrelsen and tell them about this project and Praktisk tjänstgöring, and so yeah, because I really don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe you can apply for a job not as a specialist in Sweden, since you have that part in EU, and then but I don't know about the other part, how you can don't know. Do you know, Rami?
It sounds that you're specialized outside EU, and
yes.
that is not recognized by Socialstyrelsen.
Yes.
So my guess, and again you should check with Socialstyrelsen, but my guess is that you are considered an EU doctor who is not yet specialized. So you are recognized as a legitimerad läkare. You don't need to do praktisk tjänst, but your specialty will not be taken into consideration. So you would most likely have to do an ST again. Kolla med Socialstyrelsen. They will give you the definite answer.
Okay, thank you.
Again, and let's see if Dr. Haya had a question at some point. Nej, inte. Okay, toppen. Yes, please. If anyone has questions, please go ahead. And I have a question to Miss Jana. You mentioned something for the pharmacists with Corona. Is there something maybe for the dentists? We also have dentists here.
I know that, but maybe you are already informed. KI, Karolinska Institutet, they are working with dentists. It's like a 1 year education, kind of praktisk tjänstgöring. So, and almost like KUL, for doctors. It's a similar thing for dentists. So check with KI. Otherwise, I also have a contact in Dalarna, and he is a mentor for the students. Ska vi se. What was his name again? Sebastian, ja, titta. I write it in the chat. Sebastian Hedberg, Folktandvården. Sebastian is working in Region Dalarna, and he is a mentor for the dentists that are, you know, validating their educations. And he's a very nice person to talk to. So just contact him and he will definitely help you further, because I don't know anything about dentists or pharmacists egentligen. I just happen to know about that.
And let's see, Dr. Hayat, question, please.
Yes, thank you. I have a question. I don't know do you think in the future you will have a project similar for the non-EU citizens who are educated within the EU?
I really don't know. I hope so. It depends on what projects we apply for. And this is the first time Regionen make this kind of project. And if it goes well, if we still see, you know, that we need another way to take care of the EU doctors, there absolutely is possibilities, because EU is having a lot of money for this kind of projects right now. But unfortunately, I don't know at the moment.
Okay, and you're not aware if there are currently other projects running for the EU doctors?
No, I don't know, unfortunately. Okay. But no, we have like an international department at Region Dalarna. It's my colleague is leading that department. And so if you are interested in working in Dalarna, you can always send her an email, and that email is, maybe you have seen it already, career at right in the chat, regiondalarna.se. I think that's it. And then Kattis will get back to you after her holidays. Everyone is, you know, not working now in Sweden. So, so if you write an email, don't expect an answer until August, basically. To me, you can see my email in the meeting, I guess. And so nice to meet you all, and thank you for all your good questions, and thank you for letting me try to speak English again. It's been a while.
Thank you very much,
Take care of you, and good luck with your
Tusen
career.
Tack. Tusen tack. Thank you very much. Tack.
Hej då.
Hej då.